behind a brand transformation project that I'm working on right now. I'm going to share screens with you in a second. But let me walk you through a brand transformation project that we're working on right now. Before we decided to put in the time and the effort, we developed a very solid strategy to walk the client's target audience through a series of logical next steps to get them to where the clients want them to be. So we developed a very firm strategy that made sense prior to putting together this marketing funnel, if you will, or series of events to help the visitor go from one step to the awareness process to the final step. So the biggest thing with branding, guys, I don't care what you're selling. If you cannot get your visitors to know, like, and trust you, you will not sell a damn thing. Okay, that's the bottom line. It doesn't matter how pretty your website is, doesn't matter how cool you think you are. If people aren't resonating with you, they're not going to buy. Period. So you gotta think the fundamentals first. You gotta think trust. You gotta think relationships. You gotta think, how can I build that up first, and then sell a product or service. And then the next part is what am I selling? Like, will someone even buy this? And that's where I always tease about the $47 napkin is people are coming out with these cockamamie products and services, and they're not testing the market to see whether or not the market even wants what they're selling. So when we build out projects, we make sure that we do all of that research first so that when we go to build, we're building intentionally. I hope this is making sense. Okay, so let me share a screen real quick and kind of show you exactly what we're building out and take you through the journey. So share screen. All right, so this is what the client started with. Okay, and I'll make this bigger. So my screen is pretty massive. So this is the website that the client started out with, right? As you can see, you can barely read this text. Looks very, very cookie cutter, very, very templated based. And we said, all right, we need to make this look the part. These gentlemen have a tremendous amount of knowledge and expertise in this field. This doesn't represent that, okay? So what we did was we created the landing page such as this. It's the same content. But look how cleaner, look how more professional, look how polished this looks. Like, I would actually push this button and move forward to the next step of the funnel, if you will, right? The next logical step to getting to know this brand, right? If I landed on this page versus this page, right? I'd be like, there's no way I'm putting my credit card near this place, right? So I just want to make sure that you guys can see this big. Okay, yeah, you guys can see that good. All right, excellent. So let me get back to it. So basically what we did was we took all the copy on this page and we redesigned it and we made it to look more polished and more digestible. And this is what we've created thus far. Very, very clean. And it looks like a website. It looks like a legit website. It looks like a professionally designed website. And again, I'm thinking basics. I'm thinking fundamentals. Would the trust factor be engaged if I came to this site? Would the trust factor be engaged if I went to this site? No. So that's the importance, right, of branding and creating that trust, building that credibility. So that's page 1 in the steps, right? And then we go here, which is a very simple, thank you page. Again, it's branded, it's got the logo, nice and clean, very consistent. And then what we want to do is we want to take them to a webinar registration. And this is where we want to get them signed up for a webinar so that the clients can really start to make a connection with the visitor. And so this is what we started with, okay? Very, very cookie cutter. This background is actually more distracting than it is helpful. And so it just looks real clunky, right? So what we did was we created something a little bit more polished, okay? And we're all about the science of collapsing time, right? So I wanted the hero image here. I wanted this background image of, the businessman, the businessman like riding the clock, and I wanted that connection. I wanted something cool. These guys are out in the Midwest, right? And so they're real big on the mountains and the nature, and that's part of their brand. And so I want to carry that through on all the major pages and all the major online collateral that we're going to be designing for them. So this was beautifully done. So as you scroll down, again, a very, very consistent look and feel to the last page I showed you, and just planets away from this stuff here, right? This stuff here is just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, and this is a lot more intentional, a lot more polished, a lot more clean, okay? So moving down the funnel, like a picture of this is the funnel, right? This is where we want to take people through. We want to go from step 1 to step 4, right? So now they get to this page. Now this is the old page, right? And again, it just looks very spammy, for lack of better words, right? So we want to make sure that we build the credibility, we build the trust. Again, my focus is on how do I build the confidence? How do I build the confidence in my client's target audience to have that target audience say to themselves, these are my guys. This is what I want to learn. This is who I want to help me, okay? So this was the page that was just like, Jesus, Mary, where do we start? So what we did was we came and we made it more polished, made it more consistent. Notice how the colors are all clean. And it's just a beautiful, it's like a breath of fresh air almost, right? It goes from like bland and boring, cluttered. This looks very cluttered, to breathing, like just, thank you. Give me something easy to consume. Give me something easy to comprehend, because I'm getting blasted all day long. Give me something easy to understand, right? And then I'm not sure. Yeah, we didn't finish this yet, so we're still working on this. Yeah, this is the old one. So we're still building out this page. We haven't done this page over yet. But I want to just show you how a brand transformation, what we do when we do our brand transformations and how we go about it. So it's very systematic. We talk strategy. We make sure that the levels of ascension, where we want to take the client or the visitor, right? What steps do we want to walk them through in order to get them to buy? We hammer that all out first. Then we go into the brand transformation. We go into the design transformation. And that's the stage that we're in right now. And then the execution stage is, once we get all this built, how do we help our clients turn visitors into customers? And that's a tricky spot. I mean, that is where the testing and the constant course corrections and the constant audience involvement, like we really want to get to know our audience prior, and we want to continue to learn what our audience wants, needs, and desires and struggles with, so that we can put out the right marketing to get them to understand, okay, these guys are talking to me now. They're speaking my language. And that's how we do it. It's 3 steps. It's very simple. It's strategy, design, and execution. And that's basically what Unique Designz is morphed into. Before, we used to be just straight design. Churn and burn, churn and burn, churn and burn. But now it's more of a working with you inside of your business to help you get the results that you're looking for. And that's the key. And helping you execute this stuff. Because, guys, you can't do it all on your own. You just can't. So hopefully you get some value out of this. Hopefully you get some ideas and you see the value in transforming your brand to get people to trust you. That's the key. You cannot build a brand, you cannot build a business without building the trust. So we're in the trust building business, guys, not the design business. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, leave them down below. I'd love to interact with you. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Love to hear if this is making sense to you. I'd love to answer your questions. So go ahead and do that now, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I appreciate your time, appreciate your attention, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys.